Sairam, myself Adit Joshi, class 11th B, subject economics. My topic is total product. Total product. The total product refers to the total amount or volume of output produced with a given amount in input during a period of time. Therefore, a firm waiting to increase its total product it in the short run will have to increase its variable factor as the fixed factor remain uncharged. That that is that is why there is fixed in the short run. In the long run, as we know that all factors become variable, the firm can increase its total product. By increasing total product, any of its factor as all factors become variable, the concept of total product help us understand what is called the marginal product. Thank you.
Over.
Yes, ma'am, it नहीं मिला उसमें total product में.
Okay, you might have include, you should have, can include many things like the relation between total product and average product. Then, what is the equation for total product? What is TP? Aditya, first of all, you switch on your camera. I'm not able to see you.
Yes, ma'am.
Still, I cannot see you.
Wait. मैम नेटवर्क इश्यू
What is TP? What is total product? What is the equation for total product? Total product is equal to? Okay. What is average product?
मैम your voice is not clear.
Is it so? Aditi, is it clear to you?
Ma'am, it is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
What is average product? जल्दी जल्दी आंसर करो. What is average product? Did you hear my
What,
question?
ma'am?
What is average product?
Average product.
Average product. AP.
Average product AP.
Yes.
then बता रहा है. It is the average amount of output each worker can produce.
Okay. What is marginal product? Marginal product.
A marginal product.
Yeah, MP. Marginal product means MP. What is MP?
In a particular new Parsec income. The physical productivity of an input.
Sorry, can you repeat?
The physical product. The physical productivity of input is the change in output.
What is the equation for marginal product?
Equation for
Marginal product, MP.
Ma'am, MP equals to Y upon X.
No. You try to switch on your camera once again. The last question
Ma'am,
to
ma'am network problem हो रहा
last question to you. What do you mean by the law of variable proportion and where it is applicable? Where and where it is applicable? What is the applicability of this? What is law of variable proportion?
है. Ma'am, the law of variable proportion states is the quantity of an factor is increased, keeping the other factor fixed. The marginal product of that factor.
Okay, Aditya, your question's over. Now, next, let me see whose chance is there. Aditya, Anuj. Anuj is absent, right? एक
Yes,
मिनट.
ma'am.
भूमि हो गया, चैतन्य, दक्ष, देशना, दिव्या, फैसा, कनक, तनिष्का, खुशी, खुशा, मुस्कान.
Yes, ma'am.
You can start now.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, my screen is visible.
Yes. Should
Om
we
Shri Sai Ram. My topic is meaning and concept of revenue. Now, meaning of revenue. The revenue of the firm is its sale receipt or money received from the sale of a product. It is called sale proceeds. Example, you are running a factory producing ice cream. You produce one you produce 1000 ice cream slabs. By selling these ice cream, you get 1000. In economics, this amount of rupees 1000 is called its revenue. Thus, by selling a commodity, whatever a firm receives is called its revenue. Then concept of revenue, there are three types of revenue: total revenue, marginal revenue, and average revenue. Total revenue, it is the amount the firm receives by selling a given quantity of output. TR is total money receipts of a producer corresponding to a given level of output. It is estimated as a product of quantity sold and price of the commodity. TR is equals to P into Q. Marginal revenue, it is the per unit revenue received from the sale of the commodity, or it is per unit income received from the sale of given quantity of output. It is called price. AR is equals to TR upon output, TR upon Q. Marginal revenue. Marginal revenue is the addition to the total revenue which results from the sale of one more or one less unit of output, and MRN is equals to TRN minus TRN minus 1. Thank you.
Okay, Muskan. Get ready fast. You have seen two market conditions. What were they?
Market conditions.
Yeah. Two market conditions you have seen when we have studied revenue. Under two conditions, you have seen what happens to AR and TR and all. What were the market
Yes.
conditions?
I didn't understand the question.
You under two conditions of market, conditions of price, even you can say. Okay,
Ma'am,
we have
perfect competition.
exactly the perfect competition and
And
two conditions. One is perfect. What is the other?
imperfect.
What is the peculiarity or characteristic of the perfect competition? How can you understand the market is in perfect competition? What decides it is perfect competition? Okay.
Ma'am, product sold is homogeneous, imperfect competition. It
What
is.
about the price? I am asking perfect competition. What is the condition of the price in perfect competition?
Ma'am, the price is not changed.
Price is constant. And in the case of
Yes,
imperfect,
ma'am. Ma'am, homogeneous competition.
what is the price under imperfect competition? What is the nature of the price under imperfect competition?
Ma'am, the price is changed.
Okay, under that condition, what is AR?
AR.
AR, average revenue. What is AR under constant price? I have taught it. That's why I'm asking particularly. The
Ma'am,
relation,
the formula.
no, average revenue is equal to, average revenue is equal to what under constant price
Ma'am,
or,
price.
yes, average revenue is equal to price under perfect competition.
Perfect competition.
Okay. There are two cost curves which start from the same point. Cost curves, two cost curve which start from the same point.
Ma'am,
When we draw a cost curve like
ma'am,
this,
TVC curve.
what are the two cost curve?
Total
Two.
variable cost curve.
Next question. How will you differentiate the short-run production function and long-run production function? How will you differentiate between the short-run production function and long-run production function? Bolo? You just tell me what is short-run production function and long-run production function. That's the difference.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, ma'am, it is a change in it is a change in physical output of a it is a change in physical output of a good when one factor is variable and other are fixed. That is
Where?
short run production function and long run production function in which all factors are all factors are variable
Yes.
or in long run production function.
Okay, all right, Muskan. Now, Purvi, you can start presenting.
Yes,
Purvi,
ma'am. Ma'am, is my screen visible?
yes, you are presenting? Yeah, same.
Om Shri Sai Ram. My topic is total revenue. So let us see what is total revenue. It is the total received from the sale of a given quantity of a commodity. This is the total income of the firm. So the formula used to calculate total revenue is quantity multiplied by price. Example, if a firm sells 20 computers at rupees 20,000 per computer, then the total revenue will be 20,000 multiplied by 20, that is 4 lakh. Now, relationship between TR and MR when price remains constant. So, firm can sell any quantity of output at the same price. As a result, MR and AR curve is a horizontal straight line parallel to x-axis. So, TR increases at a constant rate. The TR curve is a positively sloped straight line. Then, as TR is zero at zero level of output, the TR curve starts from the origin. Thank you and Saira.
Switch on your camera.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the equation for TR?
Ma'am, TR equals to price multiplied by quantity.
Average revenue.
Average revenue quantity upon the number of output.
What is marginal revenue?
Ma'am, marginal revenue is the additional revenue extracted from the sale of one additional revenue.
And mathematically or in the form of equation, how can you express it? MR.
Ma'am, MR equals to TRN minus TRN minus 1.
Okay. What is the extension of law of diminishing return? Product per unit of labor is known as product per unit.
Average product.
Law of variable proportion is also known as law of
Law
variable.
of return to a factor.
Okay. Explain the negative, the third phase of law of variable proportion. The third phase.
Ma'am, in third phase,
Name it. First name it.
ma'am, diminishing return to negative return to a factor.
Explain it. That's your last question. Explain it.
Ma'am, in this, the output means TR increases, and after increasing, it suddenly decreases and goes into a negative. It goes into a negative phase.
Okay, who is the next chance? Prakhar.
मैम वो
Prakhar.
नहीं है क्लास में।
Sorry.
मैम वो क्लास में नहीं है।
Okay, let me check the attendance then. 8 minutes. After Prakhar, it is Pranshu. Is Pranshu here?
नो मैम।
Ma'am, he is also absent.
Priyanshu. Priyanshu.
मैम एब्सेंट।
Rohit. एक
एब्सेंट।
मिनट में एक मिनट मेरा है ना ये ब्लॉक हो रहा है आई विल चेक इट गिव मी मिनट संभव
यस मैम। मैम इज माय स्क्रीन विजिबल?
यस
Om Shri Sai Ram. My name is Sambhav Jain and my topic is short run production function. Short run production function. Short run production function refers to a situation when output is increased by changing only one input while keeping other input unchanged. As there is change in variable input only, the ratio between different inputs tends to change at different level of output. This relationship is explained by by law of variable proportion. Law of variable proportion states that as we increase quantity of only one input, keeping other input fixed, total product initially increases at an increasing rate, then a decreasing rate, and finally at a negative rate. In phase 1, TP increases at increasing rate, MP increases. In phase 2, TP increases at decreasing rate, MP decreases at is positive. In third phase, TP falls and MP become negative. And this is the diagram of law of variable proportion. Thank you.
Okay, somehow. So you have explained what is law of variable proportion, its different phases. So which says that when more and more units of variable factor are employed, what is following?
मैम आपकी वॉइस क्लियर नहीं आ रही है.
When more and more of inputs are employed, what will fall?
MP.
MP and the return force, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Then, what is the relationship between average product and marginal product in this case? Average product and marginal product. Average product and marginal product. Okay, tell me, when TP is maximum, MB is TP is maximum, then what will be the MB? You just answer me this question. When TP is the maximum, MB is marginal product. When total product is the maximum, MP is?
Negative 0.
Yeah, it is 0. When TP decreases, listen to the question. When TP decreases, MP is?
Negative.
Negative. When TP decreases, MP is negative. That's why you just have to think, then you will get. Okay. When TP decreases, MP is negative. When TP is the maximum, MP is 0. So it is that, extension to that question. When TP decreases, MP is negative. Then, give me an example of implicit cost.
Rent on own land.
Okay. Any odd factor, isn't it? Cost of any odd factor. Okay. So you know two situations are there, like a perfect competition and imperfect competition. What is the difference between perfect and imperfect?
Ma'am, in imperfect competition, the price falls, and in the perfect competition, the price remains constant.
Okay, in imperfect competition, price falls with what?
In the increase of demand.
Increase in the output.
Output.
Increase in the, that means actually you have to change the price in order to increase the sales, let's say. What are the two cost curves start from the same origin?
Ma'am, what?
What are the two cost curves start from the same origin?
Ma'am, TVC and TFC.
What is the origin point of TVC? Total variable cost start from where? Just think.
Ma'am, from y-axis.
Y-axis from which point? Total variable cost start from which point?
I don't know.
0. Total variable cost, when there is 0 output, what is the variable cost? When there is 0 output, I will repeat the question. When there is 0 output, what is the variable cost? 0 output, what is the variable cost?
Ma'am, 0.
And at the 0 output, what is the fixed cost?
0.
At 0 output, is the fixed cost 0?
मैम वो कांस्टेंट ही रहेगी वो तो. मैम वो 0 नहीं होगी.
So zero नहीं होता है. So you can only say it is not zero. Don't say it is zero. It cannot be zero. So the two curves which start from the same origin is not TBC. TBC alone start from zero. Okay, it is something else. Okay, so your last question. What is the equation for marginal product? Equation for marginal product. You know it?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
TP.
TPN minus TPN minus, ma'am.
Okay. That's all right. That's all. Next is Shivam.
Yes, ma'am.
Jaldi start.
Ma'am. Ma'am, is my screen is visible?
Yes.
Sharam, my topic is long run production and function. Long run refers to a period in which output can be changed by changing all the factors of production. This period is long enough for the firm to adjust all its input according to change in the conditions. In the long run, firm can change its factory size, switch to new techniques of long run production function. Ma'am, just a second. Long run production function refers to a situation when output is increased by increasing all the inputs simultaneously and in the same proportion. Here all inputs are variable in the long run. The ratio between different input tends to remain same at different levels of output. In the long run, distinction between fixed and variable factor disappear and fall, and all factors like plant, labor, and raw materials are variable. This relationship is explained by the law of return to scale. Thank you, and Sairam.
Shivam, where
Yes,
have
ma'am.
you come to the screen? Then
Yes,
maybe.
ma'am.
Okay. So here you said the phases and all, the production, how it. There are some assumption. Can you name a few assumption? What are the assumptions under this particular situation?
And for production function,
Yeah. See, we have a law. You have explained the short-term production function and long-term production function. Can you give an example for that? Under long-term, the factor which cannot be varied, short-run which cannot be varied, which can vary under long-run. Can you name give us such an example?
ma'am, in long run,
Long-run.
new machinery, ma'am, it can be changed.
Okay. Machinery or plant capacity, such things can be changed only in the long run, isn't it? And in this case, you have another name to it. Long-term production, there is return to a factor because in the short run only one factor can be changed. But here, In the long run, what is the difference? All the factors can be changed, isn't it? So what can we call it? Return to a factor is the other name of
Yes, ma'am. Return to a factor.
return to a factor is the other name of what? Return to a
Long
factor.
run production function.
Sorry?
Long run production function.
In the long run, what happens? Can all the factors be changed?
Yes, ma'am. It can be changed by in a specific period of time because in long run time is sufficient for the firm to change all its inputs.
Okay. So actually it is known as constant proportion time. Constant proportion time. It's for your information, that's all. And differentiate between TP and MP, total product and marginal product. What's the difference between TP and MP? TP and MP. Difference between TP and MP. You just can say how TP is arrived at and how MP is arrived at, that's all.
TP is the total quantity of goods produced by a firm in with given period of time and inputs. And marginal product is refers to the addition in the total product.
Exactly.
And one
What do you mean by the term revenue?
revenue means the total expenditure which is earned by the firm.
Repeat.
And the amount earned by a firm by producing given quantity of a commodity.
Okay. And revenue, in other words, you can say, what is the revenue of a firm? What is revenue actually?
The amount which is earned by the firm. For example, that
Another
a firm sell 10 chair at price of 160 per chair, so its revenue will be 1600 total revenue.
That means the sales proceeds, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What's the relation between AR and MR when price is constant? Your price is constant. What's the relation between average revenue and marginal revenue? But what's the relation between average revenue and price? What is the relation between average revenue and price when the price is constant?
MR, na? AR and MR?
What is the relation between average revenue and price when the price is constant under perfect competition? Average revenue and price when the perfect competition is there. What is the relation between average revenue and price? Okay, no problem. That's all.
Ma'am.
Yes?
Ma'am, AR is equal to per unit sale receipt and price is always per unit.
AR is equal to price.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. That's all. Now, Swastika,
Yes, ma'am.
you can start your presentation.
Ma'am, is my screen visible?
No, present it again.
Ma'am, now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes.
So, she Sarah, today I will be explaining fixed cost and variable cost. Fixed cost. It is also known as general cost. Fixed cost refers to the cost which do not vary directly with output. costs are indivisible even if the firm is producing zero or smaller output. For example, a firm cannot have a half manager or half a telephone just because it is operating a low level of output. Variable cost, which is also known as prime cost. Variable cost refers to those costs which vary directly with the level of output. Variable cost incurred on variable factor like raw material, labor, power, etc., which changes with change in level of output. Now we will see difference between variable cost and fixed cost. Variable cost, as we read earlier, also it changes with the level of output, and fixed cost do not changes with the level of output. Variable cost can be changed in short run, but fixed cost cannot be changed in short run. Variable cost is zero when there is no production, but fixed cost can never be zero if there is production. If there is no production, it is incurred on variable factor like labor and raw material, and fixed cost like land and building. For example, in variable cost, we have casual labor, payment for raw material, and etc. In fixed cost, we have permanent staff, insurance premium, and building rent, and etc. Now we will see the shape of both the fixed cost and variable cost. We can see that in fixed cost, there is a horizontal straight line parallel to x-axis, and in variable cost, the shape is inversely S-shaped. Thank you.
Okay, Swastika, get ready now for the oral.
Yes, ma'am.
You said TVC curve is inversely S-shaped. What is the reason?
Yes, ma'am.
Which curve is inverse S-shaped?
Ma'am, TVC total variable cost.
Why? Why so?
Uh,
What is the reason behind that inverse S-shape?
Ma'am, because mm,
If you go through the shape, you will understand.
yes, ma'am.
What is the reason?
Ma'am, first the output are in decreasing rate, and initially it increases. So that's why it is in inversely S-shaped.
Here it is not output, but we are talking about the cost.
Ma'am, first it initially increases at an decreasing rate. Then, ma'am, it increases at an increasing rate, so it has an inversely S-shape.
And what is the origin of the TVC curve? From where it originates?
Ma'am, it is zero.
Zero, TVC. And what is the origin of the fixed cost curve?
Ma'am, fixed cost curve's origin is the y-axis. Ma'am, because it is fixed.
Is it zero?
No, ma'am.
What is the shape?
Ma'am, it cannot be zero.
Okay. What is the fixed cost shape of the fixed cost line?
Ma'am, it is a straight line parallel to x-axis.
Okay. What is total cost?
Ma'am, total cost is sum of total variable cost and total fixed cost.
Okay. So, what are the two curves which start from the same origin?
Ma'am, it is total cost and total fixed cost.
Okay. Then, casual laborers' wages. That's an example for what? What particular cost?
Ma'am?
Wages to casual laborers.
Wages to
Casual workers. Casual workers means not permanent workers. It's an example of which particular cost?
ma'am, explicit cost.
Among fixed and variable.
Ma'am, variable cost.
Can you give me an example, another example, even though you have given examples, can you give another example for fixed cost?
Ma'am, machinery, building, land.
The cost of machinery, cost of building, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am, cost of machinery.
Okay. What is TR? How will you arrive at TR?
Ma'am, it is the total revenue of an firm.
How will you arrive at total revenue? What is the
Yes, ma'am.
equation for that?
Equation for total revenue. Ma'am, that's the question.
Yeah. So,
Ma'am, it is price into quantity.
okay, Sustika, that's all. Vaishnavi Bhargav. And Vaishnavi Bhargav is not there. Okay, Vaishnavi Gurjar.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Vaishnavi
I'm just
Bhargav. Yeah, both are there. Vaishnavi Bhargav, you can start. And Vaishnavi Gurjar, you get ready. Next, it be yours. And YouTube itself, you will also be. Okay, Rasha.
Ma'am, may I start, ma'am?
Let us see the time accordingly. If time is there,
Ma'am,
yes, but it is visible. Now, yeah.
Om Shri Sairam. My topic is assumptions of law of variable proportion. First, we start from statement of law. Law of variable proportion states that as we increase the quantity of one input, only one input, keeping the other input fixed, uh, then total product initially rises at an increasing rate, then at a decreasing rate, and finally at a negative rate. Law of variable proportion is also known as law of return to a variable factor or law of return to a factor. Now, some assumptions of law of variable proportion. It operates in a short run as factors are classified as variable and fixed factors. Second, the law applies to all fixed factors, including land. Under law of variable proportion, different units of variable factors can be combined with a fixed factor. Fourth, this law applies to the field of production only. Now, fifth, the effect of change in output due to change in variable factors can be easily determined. It is assumed that factor of production become imperfect substitutes of each other beyond a certain limit. Now, seven, the states of technology is assumed to be constant during the operation of this law. 8. It is assumed that all variable factors are equally efficient. There are three phases of variable proportion. First, increasing return to a factor. In this first phase, every addition variable factor added more and more to the total product output. It means TP increases at an increasing rate and MP of each variable factor rises. Now, second, diminishing return to a factor. In the second phase, every additional variable factor added lesser and lesser amount to the output. It means TP increases at a diminishing rate and MP falls with increase in variable factor. That is why this phase is known as diminishing return to a factor. Now, third, negative return to a factor. In this third phase, the employment of additional variable factor caused TP to decline and P now become negative. Therefore, this phase is known as negative return to a factor. Thank you.
Vaishnavi,
Yes, ma'am.
so you said all the fact inputs are not equally efficient, right? The assumption is that in one of the assumption you said, can you repeat that assumption? If you remember.
All the factors.
The inputs are not perfect substitutes. What do you mean by that? You know what is what is the meaning of that? They are not perfect substitutes. What are not perfect substitutes? Two things, they meant two things here. Two things are not perfect substitutes. What are they in this context? What are the two things? Okay, it is fixed factors and variable factors. They are not perfect substitutes. That is what is meant in that assumption. So, if you want more fixed factors, it should be included, not the variable factors, because they are not perfect substitutes. That is the meaning of that particular assumption. Okay, what are the consequences of the third stage? Explain what are the consequences or the outcomes of the third stage.
Poor combination of variable and fixed factors, and decrease in the efficiency of factors.
So because of this, what happens in the third stage? What happens to TP?
TP start decline.
What happened to NP?
It become negative.
Okay. What do you mean by cost function?
Production function.
Cost function.
Cost.
Yes.
It is the total expenditure incurred in producing goods and services.
What is the cost function?
It is the functional relationship between the cost and the output.
Then, what is the difference between implicit and explicit cost?
Ma'am, repeat, please.
What is the difference between implicit and explicit cost?
Explicit means the actual payment made on the hired labor of production, whereas implicit means the costs which are incurred on the self-owned factor of production.
Which is incurred on self-supplied factors? Which one is incurred on self-supplied factors? Implicit or explicit?
Ma'am, what? Repeat.
Self-supplied factors. The cost of self-supplied factors is implicit cost or explicit cost?
Implicit.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
What do you mean by revenue, beta?
Ma'am, revenue means the amount which is received by the firm from the sale of a given quantity in the market.
Okay.